What's up, guys? This is Frenzy. Welcome back to another episode of Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with RebelliousRiFT, castle level 21. Jump into it on my archer. And let us just see here what he's got. So, I mean, this looks like a pretty standard Stairmaster pull to me. I'm going to save my my roll until I kind of aggroed the entire group. Okay, so it's actually a different type of Stairmaster. That's not really normal. I guess this is probably really good against knights because you have one teleporting. You have them teleporting on the other side of this, so the knights have to kind of constantly walk back and forth through it. I think that's okay. Although I think you're not using all of the supply you could be in this group, which maybe is okay. I mean, it's obvious. It's an obvious time waster for knights, that's for sure. Alright, so we have a Dr. Skull here. I'd be worried that this guy probably isn't doing as much good for you anymore. Like, I don't know how long you've had him here, but personally I think Dr. Skulls on Resurrect like this start to lose their effectiveness when people start to get their better AoE abilities. I think this is fine. There's nothing really wrong with this. Although I don't think like this trap setup is really benefiting you. You know, there's almost a possibility that I run into one of these fire mines and then I get stunned back out of it. Whereas maybe something like a ballista here, or I don't know, even a slow mine to help the Cyclopses catch up. Things like that might be a bit better. Alright, so I'm a little worried about a pull. Looks like I might have one-shot that Scorpio. Scorpios actually get a really big health increase at level 24 because it's their rank 4 increase, so they get a lot more stats than at every other level. So right now they might not feel as strong as like mine or some other videos that you might see of people in level 24 and above. Whereas your Pete Poundmore is really good at this point because this is his level 4 increase. Alright. That being said, I don't mind the Pete Poundmore all that much. I think he's fine. The spike traps are in pretty good positions, although I am able to like not take damage if I stand right here. I don't know if you can move it down one square, but if you could, that would be better. Because if I have to go over this and I have no reliable escape without taking damage, a lot of times people will stay and try to fight the Cyclops here and then take the shots from the Zeke. Alright, so these guys again, like, they don't really do all that much damage and they're relatively easy to dodge. So personally I don't think, like, if you use them in the early stages for a delay tactic against knights, I think that's okay. But at this point I don't think that they're really going to delay people all that much. And they're not going to really do all that much damage either. I'm going to pull two groups at once just because I can. But this is kind of... oh, I might die right here. Yep. So that was almost perfect for you right there. That was exactly what you wanted to happen. But what I was saying is this is a lot like the setup that I have. I think I've changed mine to 2 Scorpios now, just because it's annoying to deal with. As well as this room is a little bit big for Mega Mutton. But I mean, he still hit me, right? So it's not terrible. And I actually have 3 groups in this entire room, whereas I think you only have 2. I have like the one going through the wall over to here. I have the one like you had going down to here, and then I have one kind of in this corner as well. I have a Zeke being guarded by a Defendatron, so that when you pass through here, he starts firing at you. And sometimes people pull all 3 groups, but it's pretty rare. Okay, you have a 3rd group right down here. So yeah, this is where my secondary group is, where I think your Mega Mutton would be. I have him pulled through the wall over here. And it looks like you might have had this one pulled through the wall or something. Not sure exactly how you had it set up, but yeah, pretty good. I like that room. Okay, I didn't want to pull that because I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't skippable. Because it's pretty hard to put 2 groups in a boss room on each side that aren't linked together. like this one is, and have one of them not be skippable. So I kind of wanted to see, just to make sure that that's not what you were doing. But I ended up pulling both of them anyway. So as long as these two groups aren't skippable, I would say this is fine. But if they are, you probably want to change it up a little bit, just to make sure one of them isn't skippable. And then the triple mutton? Nope. 2 muttons and a Scorpio. I think it's fine, I guess. I think there's always the chance that maybe... No, I think it's okay. I was going to say there's the chance that that happens and I get pulled kind of away from the mutton itself. But then there's the chance that I get pulled right as he's about to charge at me. And, you know... that could kill, that could kill, that could kill. Okay. Mega Muttons are pretty good. If you land in their fire, like, it's almost random the way that you fall. It's probably not, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. I guess it's probably like... I don't know, because if it was directly... Like, if they're charging at you and you directly fell, like, over the top of them, you'd always land in their fire, but that's not the case. Because a lot of times I watch replays and the hero lands somewhere off, and it doesn't do nearly as much damage. But yeah, pretty good castle. I definitely liked a lot of it. And really good uses of Mega Muttons. I mean, it killed me, and I'm 3 levels over you, so pretty good. That being said, we'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, for number 2 we have Hullreaper. Castle level 17, so I'll jump into it on my knight. Level 19 knight. Alright, so I'm hoping that your castle turns around. Like, I'm already just seeing that, you know, I can see that springboard trap. No one's ever going to fall for that. Or at least no one experienced is ever going to fall for that. So, you want to make it so your castle is moving down towards the bottom, either side, like the bottom left, bottom right side of your screen, just because there's less vision down there. So I wouldn't be able to see this springboard trap, right? Like even like this is getting a bit better, right? You can notice that like the snotter disappears if it's under my skill bar and stuff like that. This is getting a bit better. But this first one, I don't think anyone would ever fall for that, just because they can see it on the floor. Like I could see this on the floor, but it was after I already had the Scorpio coming towards me. So there's a lot better chances when you don't know it's coming. So I would say just change that first room up a little bit. You know, again, I couldn't see it until the hooks were already in the air. And that's kind of how you want it. That being said, I'm not sure exactly what this would do. It doesn't really throw you into any other groups. And since this got its damage completely gone, like, these don't do any damage anymore, so unless you're using them to throw into another group, they're pretty worthless. So you'd probably want some sort of a damage dealing trap, something like Fire Mines, or, you know, a Ballista, or Spike Trap. You know, a Spike Trap right in this area here, and then having the Scorpio behind it and having you pull on top of it, that would be pretty good here, I think, in this specific circumstance. But yeah, I think that these springboard traps, you're using them kind of the wrong way, I would say. Like, if I hit this, does it throw me into any other groups? No, so it's not really doing anything, because they don't have any damage anymore. That got nerfed last patch, and they didn't do much damage anyway. Alright, I don't really like Jimbo on that specific specialization, but if he's working for you, I guess it's okay. Personally, I like his over-the-head swing. I think it's the only one that's really viable right now. That being said, you have to have him guarded or something. I mean, this would be an archer's dream right here. There's no reason I would ever enter into that silence zone, and if I just volleyed all of these guys, they would all pretty much die. Maybe the Jimbo would have a couple shots left, but I guess for a knight I have to kind of go in here, but archers aren't, you know, that big of a deal. And let's see if the silence trap works here. I mean, it's good for someone who's trying to volley here, but you have the same problem in this room where, like, first of all, I mean, I know you have 20 worth of units here, but there's no spotter. So first of all, I can kind of see everything, and you should have something spotting at the beginning of this room. Also, you're giving too much vision again. Like, your dungeon's starting to go up towards the top, so I can see this really easily, and I can just kind of pick whatever I want to fight, and you know, easily take it down. Compared to if you had like a spotter here, I mean, maybe someone runs past it and accidentally aggroes it and then pulls back into the silence trap, and now I don't have anything to cast. I can't cast anything, so I have to pull all the way back here, and it just takes a little bit more time in that situation. So like, same problem here. I can see the Dr. Skull because you're giving too much vision. You constantly want to have your dungeon going down towards the bottom of the screen. Kind of the same problem here. You're having it going towards the top left, so I can, you know, pull whatever I need to and target it down first. And then deal with it like that. I believe this would be skippable as well, one of these groups. So like, I'm gonna choose to kill the Zeke instead of the Scorpio. And I probably won't have to kill this Scorpio. I can just kind of run into the boss room from here. So you want to fix this. You want to put like one of these groups here, like probably the Scorpio, since it's going to be pulling you into this silence, and you want to have something spotting for it up in front a little bit, so the Scorpio pulls you in. And then you want to move this group somewhere else in your castle where it can't be skipped. Alright, so I mean this boss room is a very good time waster. I would say that. You know, you have a lot of Defendatrons, a big Robo Shieldatron, and you have heal. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. If time wasting is what you're going for, you know? Don't expect to like kill anybody with this boss room or anything. Because I could let this guy hit me all day and it would take him years to be able to, you know, actually DPS me down, and that's saying I don't use Healing Strike. I'm pretty sure I could heal faster than he can kill me with Healing Strike. So it's all about time wasting with this room. Alright. And I'll let the time go out so I don't take down your shield or whatever. Or put up your shield, I guess. So you can maybe get some more replays to help you out. But yeah, the whole vision thing and then those early springboard traps and stuff like that need a little bit of tweaking to be a bit better. So we'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, and lastly we have nstd. I've done his castle before, but now it's level 28. So this is going to be quite difficult, I'm sure. So we'll jump into it here and see if I'm actually going to be able to complete it. I mean, I'm reasonably sure this is the room that goes down to a T. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm like pretty sure that I pulled something. Okay, there it is. I actually got hit by that bear trap. Oh, and explodifiers. Oh, this castle's gonna be so annoying. Alright, well I'm gonna have to pull another group. Explodifiers are probably one of the more annoying units in the game. I don't really think they're OP, but I think that they're just super annoying. Yeah, super annoying, you can see. Like, I can't wait until I get to use these things. I might die right here, actually. I'm slowly chipping away at all of these units. And finally the explodifiers I get to kill. I think they're even more annoying for archers just because the little explodifier things get in the way. The little explodey bomb things. It's like you try to shoot it and it just keeps spitting out units that like block for it. And just work as a meat shield. Alright, finally. First two groups dead. I'm guessing we're gonna go down toward the south. Alright, so I mean that hunger bot, it's hard to make it work just because... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Just because it's a wide open room. Not saying that it's bad though. I can see what you're trying to do. You're trying to have, you have 3 pulls that are gonna pull you onto springboard traps. And obviously that Cyclops just gets a lot better at rank 7. As well as Hungerbots, I think, are rank 7 at 28 as well. So a lot of good upgrades at 28. You get Explodifiers, you get rank 7 Hungerbots, rank 7, I think, Stairmasters? Not 100% sure on that. I'm just gonna spam potions through this as much as possible. It's 4 levels over. I'm allowed. I can't wait for patch 17 though. I'm hoping that they really do fix potion spamming like they said they were going to. Although they said they were going to do something crazy to Hungerbots and Scorpios as well. Like give immunity to them or something after being pulled, which might screw up some stuff. I mean, it won't screw up everything. Combo pulls are kind of getting phased out anyway. People aren't using them nearly as much anymore. This should have a few points left over. I think I killed whatever it was though. Alright. So it's a nice small room for Jimbo. If you go back, you have to go through the, you know, slime wall. If you go forward, you're silenced, so it's a nice area to have Jimbo at. If you stay off to the edge of these silence things, just for people who wanted to know, you can get out of their silence after a while. Alright. So it's a nice bear trap area. And then there's also the possibility that I get thrown through into this, and all these Stairmasters would pretty much 100% kill me. That being said, you can kind of see how easy it is if you don't get hit by it to clean this up, so... Oh god, more Explodifiers. I think if I kite back far enough, they'll come out to me. It'll take them a while though. That's what Explodifiers are great at. I mean, they shoot from such long range, and it takes so long to actually clear them. They're such a good unit. That being said, when I'm level 28, I expect to have enough DPS to like 2 or 3 shot headshot these Explodifiers, and Volley will probably come close to even killing them, so I'm not really too worried about them being OP. Those heals are working really good as well. Like normally that would all be dead if it was level 24. I guess those get to rank 7 as well. I wonder if it heals that much more. Alright, finally cleared that up. Like, that would be so much easier at rank 24. And I think you do less damage if you're, like, 4 levels under a creature. Alright, let's see, is this hooked through? It looks like I can get around this group. I don't know if there's anything you can do to change that. Well, maybe I can't, actually. This looks like it's hooked through the wall right here. So yeah, for anybody who was wondering, well, that's still skippable. I wonder how far this goes, though. Like, is that 40 meters? I wonder. Yeah, no, they're still gonna come. So for anybody who was wondering, that was a terrible volley, by the way. For anybody who was wondering how to do that, that room, and like I always talk about linking it into the rest of your dungeon so that it's not skippable, that's how you do it. It's not necessarily like that hard when they're flanking like this, but it still works, you know? It makes it so it's not skippable, and it takes the extra little bit of time to actually clean them all up. Alright, one more headshot. You don't have level 28 Scorpios, so that's one amazing thing for me. Because those are like my worst enemy. For anybody who watched the... Wow, he attacks from pretty far away. If anybody watched the Neutron, something like that. Some guy that I did that was level 28. I hate level 28 Scorpios. Oh my god, please die. Yeah, that has some range to it at level 28. Well, if that hit me, I probably would have got one shot. Alright. Defendatron defending a healer. This is kind of my worst enemy as well. Those guys heal just so much and so quickly. Alright, now I'm gonna kill off this guy, and then I kill you. Okay. Boss room? Finally. Yeah, you see how that little explodifier got in the way of the big one? I don't know what they're actually called, but... Bomblet. Sick, that could actually be good. I think it might be the same thing that I have, maybe? I don't know. Alright, so what do we have? We have a defended Zeke, and at least one Scorpio. Probably just gonna kite it backwards. Because if I can finish... Oh god, no. Damn it. I was just gonna say, if I could finish a level 28 dungeon without dying, I would be pretty proud of myself, even if it took me a ridiculous amount of time. But of course, I died to the boss room. Because I wasn't careful enough. So yeah, I'm guessing there was 2 Zekes behind there, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, there couldn't have been. It was just that one Zeke. But that one Zeke does a ton of damage. What level is he? I'll check in a second here. Level 26. Yeah, level 26 doesn't even die to one volley from me. But that's okay. Alright, well, we finished it, 1 death. I'm still reasonably happy with that. With that, that's number 3, so we're going to end the video here. As always, if you enjoyed, I do please subscribe, leave a like. If you want to be a part of viewercasts, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. You can comment on one of the videos, or you can comment on my castle after you attack it. Leave your in-game name, summoner level, or castle level is appreciated. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.